Center. Hi, McKay. What's up, girlie? Good to see you. It's been a minute. Okay, guess we'll do it. Guess we'll do the thing. Okay, friends. Welcome, everybody. I didn't see you come in, Kate. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Happy Thursday. Thank you so much for being here. Can't really think of any special announcements, so we'll just practice. You're all good with that. Does anybody have questions, comments, requests? Okay. We'll just do yoga then. Let's start in a comfortable seat. So if you're not already there, take a moment to find your way into your seated meditation. And maybe that means you wiggle around a little bit, just kind of feel into your physical body for a moment, get some physical feedback. I'll close it, I think. Thank you. And then eventually just settle into stillness. So as you're ready, close your eyes. And just rest your hand somewhere intentionally. So maybe you rest your hands in your lap, palms face up for a little more openness, receptivity. Palms face down for a little more grounding. You could also bring one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly, or both hands to your heart if you want to. So just be intentional as you find your seated meditation. And then once you're there, just give yourself a moment or a few moments to just notice and be still. Feel whatever there is to feel. So physically, how does your body feel today? And also just mentally, emotionally, energetically, what's there? So no judgment, but just observation and just allowing whatever is present to be there. And start to notice, if you haven't already, the rise and fall of your breath. Start to feel into your breath just a little more, connect with it just a little more. Next time you inhale, very intentionally, fill up as big as you can. And then when you think you're full, see if you can even sip in just a little bit extra at the top. And then big open mouth sigh, let it go. Again, just like that, inhale, fill up. Take a moment to pause. Let that breath circulate around inside. And then open your mouth and let it go. Good, one last time. Biggest inhale of your entire morning. Pause. Keep holding your breath, but see if you can relax and soften around your held breath. Bless you. And then when you're ready, let it go. Sigh it out. Very nice. Seal your lips now and start to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So start to not only feel your breath as it moves through, as it expands and contracts. Start to hear your breath. So start to create that gentle whisper noise, that oceanic sound. And see if you can follow it with your awareness. So use your breath as an anchor to anchor you to the present moment. So when we focus on the inhale and the exhale as they are happening, everything else just kind of starts to fall away. So be with your breath. And each time you get distracted, no big deal. Just notice that and come back. And you can stay right here in your seated meditation for as long as you want to. You can start to bring in movement from your seat when you're ready. So maybe you start just moving through your head or your shoulders or your entire upper body, your torso. Maybe you even start to get creative in exploring with your arms. You can reach them up, out to the sides, take your hands back behind you and lift your heart, open your heart. So there's a lot of ways to explore movement just from your seat. Eventually, so no rush whatsoever, but eventually we'll come forward to hands and knees. So just in your own time, you can find your way to a tabletop, hands and knees position. And just start to move however you want to from there. Start to move intuitively, instinctually, creatively. So you guys are all really good at intuitive movement. Just be with your body in this moment. So not doing what you always do, not worrying what anybody else in the room is doing, but just feeling your own body, using your felt senses, exploring whatever's there. And if it's helpful, keep your eyes closed, get out of your head, and just drop into whatever's there to be felt. Notice the tight spaces, your hard edges. Notice what feels stiff or tender, sore. Use your breath to create more space, to soften those hard edges a little bit. So anything goes, no right or wrong. It's your own exploration of yourself, of your physical body, and also your energetic body, your emotional body. It's all part of what's inside. So start to notice more. It's the biggest difference between yoga and just simply stretching. It's this piece of awareness and mindfulness. So bring that in. And when you are ready, just in your next 3 to 5 rounds of breath, so no rush, but eventually we'll meet in a downward facing dog. So just in your own time and in your own way, transition back to our first down dog of practice. Good, everybody. Once you're back in your down dog, just keep feeling around. Keep exploring. Maybe you want to pedal out your heels, shift your hips side to side, shake your head yes or no. Maybe you even want to take one leg up and then the other. So lots of options. You do you, whatever feels right in your body. And maybe get curious about what would it feel like to take your hands out a little wider? What would it feel like to take your feet out a little bit wider? What would it feel like if you straighten your legs? What would it feel like if you bend your knees a lot, come up to the balls of your feet? So you're just feeling around, exploring. And again, no judgment, but just observation. So try out different things. And if they don't work for you, maybe you never do them again. But this is your time to just feel into what's there. See if there is a more efficient way that you can hold yourself. See if there is a way you can use your breath to support you. So feel your big inhalations. Let them create a sense of buoyancy, lightness, and feel those strong exhalations all the way to emptiness. And see if you can feel that connection to center at the bottom of each exhale. So your belly button pulls in and up towards your spine. You almost feel like you're being lifted up, like there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button, pulling up, tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So your down dog, and breathe into every space inside. Take 1 or 2 more rounds. And then eventually, friends, just crawl your hands slowly to the back of your yoga mat. Find yourself in a forward fold. So eventually you'll be in a forward fold, back of your mat. Feet are at least hips width distance apart for this first one. So maybe you bring your feet out a little bit wider, and then make sure all of your toes are facing directly forward. If you want, you can grab opposite elbows, ragdoll, or bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, give the back of your neck some traction. You can sway or bounce or bob. So try to keep your weight more in your toes and the balls of your feet, less in your heels. That might mean you bend your knees more than usual. And then focus on just lifting your butt, lifting your sit bones as high as you can. Crown of your head closer to the ground. Navel to spine at the bottom of each exhalation. Big, spacious breaths into your back body. Let your neck relax. Let your head be heavy. Take 1 more round. With your next inhalation, halfway lift position. So crown of your head reaches forward. Back of your neck is long. Lots of length. Exhale, let it go. Fold back in. And then do that just 1 more time. Halfway lift position. So feel into the length and strength in your back body. Nice, Cam. Exhale, fold, release. This time, come through your halfway lift and continue to rise. So all the way to stand, arms to the sky as you inhale. And hands to your heart center, exhale. For a moment, flow with your breath. Inhale, reach up and stretch. Swan dive down, lead with your heart. You can reach your arms out. You can bring your hands to your third eye center, whatever works best for you. As you breathe in, lift halfway and lengthen. So lots of length in your spine, back of your neck as well. Exhale, fold, release. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, rise up. Arms to the sky, stretch tall. Beautiful. Hands to your heart center as you exhale. Let's take 1 more round like that. Maybe close your eyes as we move through it. Inhale, reach up. So feel your body, lots of length. And then keep that length as you exhale. Hinge at your hips, slow dive. So traction out your spine, then fold it. Nice work. Halfway lift. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Thanks, Andrea. And then exhale, let it go. Fold deeply, all the way to empty. Find that navel to spine connection. Rise up. So connected to your center, arms to the sky. And hands to your heart. Exhale. Beautiful breathing. Inhale, take your arms up. Let's find a side body stretch over to the right. So you can make it your own. Maybe right hand to right hip. Maybe you want to grab your left wrist or interlace your fingers. Yin yang variation. So whatever you choose, just lengthen through your left side body. Expand into the space between your left ribs. Yeah, more weight in your left foot. Keep your left shoulder back and down. So your left bicep is next to your ear rather than in front of your face. Take 1 more huge breath. Nice, Laura. As you inhale, back through center. So realign. And then with your exhale, other side, up and over. Again, you can make this your own. So make sure you feel nice and supported on your left side. And then your right side is lengthening, stretching. More weight in your right foot. Breathe into your right waistline and increase the space there. Nice, Makai. Good, Lisa. Soften your face. Right shoulder back and down. Take 1 more round. Beautiful, friends. Inhale, come back to center. Both arms to the sky. And then as you exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. If you tend to lock out your elbows like I'm doing right now, bend your elbows, press your palms together, and then try to squeeze your elbows together like they're magnetized. Keep that and reach your hands back away from your body, just as far as you can. So find your own edge. And then if you want, press your hips gently forward as you lift your heart up, as you take your gaze up. Hug in with your inner thighs like you're hugging a yoga block. Take one more big in-breath. Puff up into your chest. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart all the way down into your fold. So you might bend your knees a lot as you dive down. Yeah, nice, Marcus. Once you're there, hang out with your fingers interlaced for about 2 or 3 rounds. So see if you can relax your neck, let your head hang. You might shake yes, no. See if you can keep your weight just slightly forward, so not rocking back into heels, but using the strength in your core to lift your sit bones up. Weight more in your toes and the balls of your feet. See if you can lift your knuckles up, possibly even reach them towards the front of the room. Relax and soften through your face. One last big, huge inhale. And as you exhale, hands to low back, release your clasp, let your arms hang down. You can shake them out a little bit or shake your head a little bit. Find your breath. Next inhale, halfway lift position. And then from here, crawl your hands or your fingertips forward slowly until you're in a plank pose. So mindful movement, hands to the top of your mat, shoulders stack over your wrists eventually, and then your hips are level with your shoulders. Be here for just a moment and see if you can take just little baby rocks forward and back. So as you press the ground away, navel to spine connection, breathe into your back body, and just like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body back and forth. If you want to modify, you can bring your knees down at any time. Take one more inhale and rock forward onto your tippy toes. Squeeze through the fronts of your thighs. Exhale, lower halfway. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Do that one more time. Halfway down as you exhale. Nice, Makai. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up. And then slow as you can go, this time all the way to your belly. Strong straight line. Let's take Spider-Man Cobra. So hands out nice and wide on the hardwood floor. Lift to your fingertips, elbows face straight up. Lift your heart, tone through your belly. So navel to spine as you breathe in. And then exhale, twist to your right side and dip your left shoulder down just a bit. Yes, good. Inhale back to center, heart lifts, press through your pelvis and your shoelaces. Exhale, other side, take your twist. Good. Go one more time each way. Move with your own breath. Move at your own pace. Nice, Kate. Good modifications, Cam. Eventually, your inhale will bring you back to center. Absolutely no rush. You might even stay there for an extra breath or two. Downward facing dog is where we will meet up. So in your own time, transition back to down dog. Do so mindfully. So not just popping up into down dog and tuning out, but slowly, mindfully transitioning back to your dog pose and tuning in. Breathing into all the little spaces. Feeling into the strength of your shoulders, the connection to your center, your connection to your breath. If you want to turn it into a turbo dog, get a little more strength work out of it, feel free. So the only thing that changes is your arms. Bend your elbows a lot and squeeze them in towards each other. So it's almost like you're in dolphin, but your forearms are hovering right above the ground. Everybody keep lifting your sit bones as high as you can. Feel your navel drawing towards your spine. Feel that lift. Nice work. So just noticing whatever there is to notice flowing through. Take one more huge inhalation. This time as you exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop, top of your space, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. How much length can you create? Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, rise up. Big full body stretch, arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, inhale, take your arms up. And this time, chair pose. So sit back into your chair. Weight in your heels. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them apart. Yeah, nice job, you guys. So your butt is reaching back rather than your knees coming forward. Everybody bring your feet at least hips width distance apart if they're not there already. Take one more inhale. And we're going to twist. So as you exhale, left hand down to the inside in between your feet, right arm to the sky. You can bring your left hand to a block if that's helpful. You can also bring your left forearm across the top of your thighs as a modification if that feels better. Imagine you're squeezing a block with your inner thighs. Keep your knees nice and even, flush with one another. Yeah, your butt is still reaching way back. Crown of your head way forward. Your right arm reaches up towards the sky, or if you want, you might even wrap your right arm behind you, half bind. If the full bind is in your practice and you feel ready to go there, go for it. Take about 2 more breaths. Weight is in your heels. You can still pick up your toes and spread them. Use your exhales to twist from your center to ring out. Take one last round wherever you're at. Very nice, everybody. End of your exhalation, forward fold. So just let that go, unwind. Take a moment, maybe a ragdoll pose. Maybe walk your hands to one side and then the other. Find your big deep breaths. Next inhalation, halfway lift, realign. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Pause in your plank, and we're gonna go for side plank, Vashisthasana. Right hand is your foundation. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, or right knee can come down to modify. Right forearm could also come down to modify if you're taking care of your wrists. Everybody reach your left arm forward towards the front of the room. So lengthen through your left side body. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, then lift your hips higher. Awesome, CC. Maybe even float your left leg up. Or if there's a leg variation you want to play with, go for it. Soften around the pose. Soften your face. Soften your outer shell. Awesome, Tracy. Take one last full round of breath. Your fullest expression today. Good work. Nice, Lily. End of your exhale, plank or modified plank. Take an inhale at the top, find your strength, little tiny rock forward, and then exhale down to your belly. Start with just a baby cobra, so you're staying low. Lift with the strength in your back rather than the strength in your arms. See if you can float your hands up off the ground and then reach your hands back. Float your feet up, reach your toes back, but don't widen your legs. Hug in with your inner thighs, and even imagine you're trying to rotate your inner thighs in and up towards the ceiling. See if you can find strength in your mid back by bending your elbows and squeezing your elbows closer together behind you. So feel your mid back muscles, wake up and fire up. Take one more inhale, breathe down into your low belly. Nice, Chris. As you exhale, let it go. Good job, friends. Rise up to just hands and knees. So tabletop position. And if you want, maybe a couple of quick cat cows, maybe a quick child's pose, and then find neutral spine. So tabletop, make sure you're spreading your fingers and actively pushing into the ground so your arms, your shoulders, even your pectoral muscles are strong. From your hands and knees, we'll move into a spinal balance. Right arm forward and left leg back. Good. So as you reach forward and back, try not to arch your spine, but a long, strong, powerful line of energy, straight line of energy from your fingertips through your torso, all the way back to your left heel or your left toes. Take one more big inhale to reach and lengthen. As you exhale, elbow to knee underneath you, round, hollow out, all the way to empty in your breath. Slow motion, inhale, re-extend. It's like you're moving through honey, long, strong, and powerful. Exhale, elbow to knee, round your spine. Make this movement as smooth as you can. Inhale, lengthen. And then last time, elbow to knee as you exhale, all the way to empty in your breath. Good. Inhale, reach, lengthen. And then as you exhale, we're moving towards our half bow. Reach your right arm back, bend your left knee, heel towards your butt. See if you can lift your heart, not just your head, but your heart. This may be where you stay. If it's available, grab hold of the top of your foot or your ankle. And then once you've got it, start to work the pose with gentle leverage. So kick and pull, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Nice Marriott hug in with your inner thighs. Breathe down into your belly. Push the ground away with your left fingertips. Take one more round, your fullest expression. End of your exhale, release spinal balance as you breathe in. So realign, neutral. Exhale, set everything down. Good job. Ha. All right, take your right leg now straight out to the right. Toes face forward. And if you want to, you can take a moment and just kind of rock your hips forward and back. I think it feels really good. You guys are all familiar with thread the needle. So whenever you're ready, just come back to a neutral spine and your left arm can reach out and up and then thread it through. So eventually left arm reaches underneath. Come to rest on the outside of your left shoulder, outside of your head gently. If you don't like having your right leg extended here, if it doesn't feel skillful or beneficial to you in any way, and you can keep your right knee on the ground, just set it back down, no big deal. If you're able to, maybe you wrap your left peace fingers around your right big toe, find a bind, don't force it. Maybe there's another variation you want to work with. So you do you, big deep breaths. Feel your breath in your back body especially. All the way to empty every single exhale. Notice, feel, observe. Be fully present with whatever is moving through you. Last couple breaths. If you do happen to have your right hand lifted, set your right hand back on the ground. And then next time you breathe in, unthread your left arm. Reach it all the way up and open up. Exhale, left hand comes down. Now take your right leg and swing your right leg over. So right tiptoes are curled under off the left side of your mat. Push them into the ground. Pull your hips over to the right side as you gaze back over your left shoulder. Look back at your right tiptoes. You might bend one or both elbows. You might push into the ground. You might rock a little forward or a little back. So see if you can make this feel good in your body. Get something out of it. Take one more deep breath. Very nice. And then back to tabletop. Back to downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. All right, inhale your right leg to the sky. And then if you want, go ahead, open your hip, roll out your ankle, a little bit of exploration with your right leg if it would feel good. And then eventually square off your hips. So eventually your right hip faces down, slightly back. Your inner thighs face one another. Push down through both hands, through all 10 fingertips. Press up through your right foot. See if you can make your right leg so strong and powerful that you feel the front of your right thigh, your quad muscle starts to fire up. Take one more big inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So just round and hollow out. Stay here, push the ground away. See if you can lift higher through your waistline. Exhale, step forward softly, low lunge. We're gonna stay low for now. Left hand or left fingertips on the ground, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. So twist from your center. See if you can feel the power in your legs. See if you can feel the connection to your center. So at the bottom of each exhale, really work that navel to spine connection. Yes, very nice, you guys. Take a couple more breaths. And then from here, we're going to hold our twist, but rise up. So eventually root into your feet and slowly lift your upper body. So your left arm will be reaching forward, your right arm will be reaching back. You might even bend your back knee to a hover, so like a turbo twist. And if you want more of a challenge, gaze back over your right fingertips. Take one more big deep breath as you exhale. See if you can twist a little further. Inhale, crescent lunge. So square your shoulders forward, reach both arms to the sky. Powerful legs. Yeah, one more big inhale. Lift your heart, reach through your fingertips, maybe gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to your front thigh, lean forward, prepare to balance. So find that navel to spine connection. As you're ready, float your back foot off the ground. Back leg stays strong, powerful. Crown of your head reaches forward. You can stay here, hold, or take your right arm forward. Your left leg is already reaching back, so you're in an asymmetrical warrior 3. Take one more big inhale. Just like we did on our hands and our knees, exhale, elbow to knee underneath you, curl in. Inhale, get long, strong, and powerful. 2 more like that. Exhale, elbow to knee. Use your breath. Inhale, lengthen. This is your last one, like you're moving through molasses. Elbow to knee, round and hollow out. Exhale all the way to empty. Inhale, warrior 3, lengthen. If you want to, you can take both arms forward. And then exhale, low lunge. So hands come down, left toes to the back of your mat. Walk your hands over to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift, breathe in. You might hold here, you might add some arms, whatever you'd like to do. And then either exhale into your fold, or if there's some way you want to explore this pose, feel free. So about 5 rounds of breath, wherever you want to go with it. You can exhale out your mouth at any time. So whatever's there, just let it be there. Be the big, wide open space for life energy to flow through. You just get to feel and witness and observe, even if it's uncomfortable. Can you allow it to have space inside? Take about 2 or 3 more breaths. Soften through your face. Soften through your outer shell. Last round. Inhale, halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees as much as you need to. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes forward. So you're back in a low lunge. Then from here, step your back foot forward just a foot or so. So we're setting up a pyramid pose. So bring your feet onto 2 train tracks and all 10 toes face forward today. So both feet should be very flat on the ground. Come to a halfway lift, hands to hips, inhale. And then as you exhale, just unhinge at your hips and rise all the way up to stand. So you're standing with your right foot forward of your left foot, feet on 2 train tracks, hips square. So if you need to, look down at your hips, make sure they're square. Take your arms to the sky, inhale here. And as you exhale, twist to your right, left arm forward, right arm back. So just like we did in our lunge, squeeze your inner thighs. Broaden through your shoulders and your collarbones. If you want, you can gaze back over your right fingertips. Feel your right hip pulling back, your left hip pulling forward, your inner thighs hugging towards one another. Use that to work your twist a little further. Take one more round of breath. Good. Nothing changes in your legs. End of your exhale, unwind your upper body. Take both arms up. And then as you exhale, lead with your heart. Swan dive down. So try to pull your right hip back as you take your heart forward. When you can't lengthen anymore, fold. So forehead towards your front shin, nose towards your front knee, navel towards your spine. Continue to pull your right hip back and up. So it's like there's a rope attached to your right butt cheek and it's pulling up towards the sky. Use each exhale to dive just a little deeper, fold just a little further. So really use your breath, take 2 more rounds. If you're shaking, your front leg starts to tremble a little bit, that's good. That's your growing edge. Meet yourself there. Last breath, take it all the way to empty. End of your exhale, step your back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift position, lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Take your arms up, big full body stretch. And hands to heart center, exhale. All right, inhale, arms to the sky. And again, we'll sit back into a chair pose. So weight in your heels, bend your knees deeply. Your butt reaches back rather than your knees coming forward. So you should be able to look down and see your toes without any problem. Bring your feet hips width distance apart if they're not there already. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, we'll twist this time towards the window. So right hand in between your feet, left arm to the sky. You could also bring right hand to a block. You could also bring your right forearm across the tops of your thighs to modify. Make sure your knees are level. So your right knee isn't coming forward. They're nice and flush with one another, Your hips are both reaching back. Crown of your head is reaching forward. You can take a half or a full bind if you're feeling it. Make sure you can breathe. Feel your breath move down into your belly and use your exhales to work your twist just a little deeper from the inside. Weight in your heels. Pick up your toes, spread them. Take one last round. Be with your pose. Let it feel uncomfortable. End of your exhale. Unwind. Forward fold. Good job. All right. Take just a moment. Ragdoll if you want. Bounce around if you'd like. Reconnect to your slow, deep Ujjayi breath. Next, inhale. Halfway lift position. Realign. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. Pause in your plank. Left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot for Vashisthasana. So if you want to, left knee can come down, left forearm could also come down. Feet can be stacked or staggered. So imagine you're karate chopping with the outer edge of your left foot. You're pressing it into the ground and then lift your hips even higher. Yeah, reach your right arm forward, bicep next to your ear. So side body stretch, maybe float your right leg up or play with a leg variation of your choice. Nice job, you guys. Awesome, Marcus. Nice, Chris. Beautiful poses. One last round, your fullest expression. End of your exhale, plank or modified. Take a moment to find your strength. Inhale, push the ground away. Little baby rock forward. And then all the way down to your belly. Again, start low, baby cobra. And then move into locust pose. So float your hands up, reach your hands back. Float your feet up, reach your toes back. Again, try not to widen your legs, but hug in with your inner thighs. Try to rotate your inner thighs up towards the ceiling. You can stay here or option to interlace your fingers. So if it's available to you, interlace your fingers and use your arms now to lift your heart even higher. Reach your knuckles towards the back of the room. Breathe down into your belly. Wherever you are at, nice Brenda. One more huge inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, let it go. Ah. Good job. Tabletop position. So as you press up onto hands and knees, maybe you throw in a couple cat-cows, a quick child's pose. Eventually, your tabletop, really strong and stable. So spread your fingers, push down with your hands. Draw your belly button in and up so it doesn't feel like your low back is sinking down, but it feels almost like you're puffing up through your low back. Keep that left arm forward, right leg back for your spinal balance. Good. So as you reach, don't lose connection to your center. Your navel is still pulling slightly in and up. You still got a nice neutral spine. You're not arching. Take one more big inhale and extend, lengthen. Exhale, slow motion, elbow to knee, round your back, hollow out your belly. Inhale, get long, strong, and powerful, like you're moving through honey. Smoothly with your exhale, elbow to knee, all the way to empty, navel to spine connection, and then re-extend, lots of length, breathe in. Nice Makai, one last time, elbow to knee, hollow out, empty out, good Lisa, inhale, lengthen. And then this time, reach your left arm back towards the back of the room, bend your right knee, heel towards your butt cheek, lift your heart. If you can, grab hold of your foot. Nice, Kate. Hug in with your inner thighs as you kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. So work it with gentle leverage. If you're feeling it in your low back, hug in with your inner thighs more. See if you can breathe all the way down into your belly. Nice, Paul. One last full round of breath. Beautiful, friends. End of your exhale, come back to your spinal balance. So release and reach. Inhale, feel into neutral. Exhale, let it go. Good job. Take your left leg straight out to the left, toes face forward. And if you want to, take a moment, kind of work your hips forward and back, rock forward and back, just feeling around. As you're ready, thread the needle. So right arm will reach out and up, and then you'll thread it through. No rush. So eventually come to rest on the outside of your right shoulder, outside of your head, just gently. If you don't want your left leg extended, you can set your left knee on the ground. If there's a variation you want to explore on this side, feel free. Make sure your breath is right there. See if you can feel your breath, especially in your back body. So if I were to put my hands on your back, I'd be able to tell, are you inhaling or are you exhaling? Are you expanding or contracting? Soft through your face, through your forehead, through your jaw. Couple more rounds here. Good job. If you do happen to have your left hand lifted, bring your left hand back to the earth. Next time you inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it up one more time. Open up, gaze up. And right hand down, pick up your left foot. Swing your left leg over, so left toes come off the right side of your mat, curl them under and push them down. Then pull your hips over to the left as you gaze back over your right shoulder. So lengthening through your left waistline, through your entire left side. Feel into it. Maybe you push into the ground. Maybe you rock a little forward, rock a little back, round, arch, make it your own. One more breath. Good job. Back to tabletop. And then downward facing dog. Back in your down dog. Big, deep breaths. Inhale your left leg to the sky. And if you want to explore, open your hip, roll out your ankle, circle your knee a couple times. So just feeling into your three-legged dog, however you want to. And then in your next couple of breaths, bring your hips to square. So left hip faces down, slightly back. Inner thighs face each other. You can press your right heel towards the ground, or you can bend your right knee and come up to the ball of your right foot, almost like you could pounce forward. So what feels like it's benefiting you more? Where are you getting the most out of the pose? Take one more big inhale, push into the ground, press up through your left foot, strong through your left leg, and then exhale, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in, shoulders over wrists, back tippy toes around the ground, and then step forward as you exhale. Good job. Low lunge. We'll stay low, right hand on the ground, left arm to the sky, twist. So as you twist, feel the twist coming from your center and feel the strength in your legs. So you're not sinking into your hips, you're hugging in with your inner thighs. Your left hip is energetically dragging towards the back of the room. And then your left knee is magnetized to your right armpit. So you feel that hugging in as you work your twist. Take one more round here. Get nice and light on your right hand. See if you can hold your twist as you slowly lift your upper body. So right arm will be reaching forward, left arm will be reaching back. Maybe you bend your back knee, turn it into a turbo twist. See if you can broaden through the front of your shoulders, your collarbones. See if you can gaze back over your left hand. One last breath. Use your exhale to twist from your center a little further. Very nice. Inhale, unwind, crescent lunge. So both arms to the sky. You can straighten your back leg. Take just a moment. Feel your breath. Soften your face. One more inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hands to your front thigh, lean forward. Draw your belly button back and up so you're connected to your center. As you're ready, back foot floats off the ground. Keep it strong, like you're stomping your back foot on the back wall. You can keep pressing your hands into your front thigh, or maybe take your left arm forward. So left arm forward, right leg back. Yes, good. Hold where you're at, or one more inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee, just like when we were on our hands and our knees. Now we're just balancing, no big deal. Inhale, get long, strong, and powerful. Exhale, elbow to knee, round and hollow out. Stay connected to your center. Inhale, last time, get long, strong through your back leg. And elbow to knee, as close as you can come. Round your spine, hollow out your belly. Inhale, reach. If you want, both arms come forward, your full warrior three. And then low lunge, step back. All right. From here, hands over the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift on an in-breath. And either hold or fold, anywhere you want to go, about 5 rounds. So work your fold with your breath, or if there's a way you want to explore, please do so. You can make it more challenging, or you can make it more restorative, whatever your body is calling for. Make sure you can feel your breath, nice and slow, nice and steady. Use your breath to anchor you to this moment. Good, everyone. Couple more rounds. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, bend your knees if needed. Walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward so you're in a low lunge. And then from your low lunge, set up for pyramid. So back foot steps forward about a foot or so. And just for today, if it's just for today, that's fine. But bring your feet onto train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. Come to a halfway lift, hands to hips. And then as you exhale, rise all the way up. So press into your feet, lift your upper body. You can take a moment to just check in, make sure your hips are square, adjust your feet if needed. And then eventually arms reach up. So press through both feet, reach through both hands. One more inhale. Exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. See if you can keep your shoulders and collarbones really broad, really open. Pull your left hip back, draw your right hip forward and squeeze through your inner thighs. So really feel that hugging in of your inner thighs towards midline. Feel your square hips, feel your twist with each exhale. Twist a little further, just one more round. Maybe you gaze back over your left hand. Good job. Inhale back to center, arms to the sky. Try not to change your legs. As you exhale, swan dive down. So heart leads. Pull your left hip back, back, back as your heart goes forward. And then eventually bow. Forehead towards your front shin, nose towards your front knee. Every exhalation, navel towards your spine. And that's your invitation to dive just a little deeper, to fold just a little further. Nice job, Chris. Keep pulling your left hip up and back. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your left foot, so don't rock onto the outer edge. Work the pose with each breath. If your left leg is trembling and shaking, that's a good thing. That means you've met an edge. Be with it, soften around it. Let's take one more round. Work your fold as you exhale. Pull your left hip up and back, forehead towards your shin. And then end of your exhalation, just nice and easy. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go, bow. Root through your feet, rise to stand all the way up. Big full body stretch at the top. And hands to heart, exhale. All right, for just a moment, flow with your breath. Inhale, reach up and stretch. Swan dive down, traction out your spine, telescope your ribs, then release. Thanks, Tracy. Inhale, lift halfway, lots of length, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, let it go. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. And exhale all the way to your belly. One last time. Stay low. Start with your baby cobra and then turn it into a locust. So lift your hands, reach them back, lift your feet, reach them back. You can choose this time. Stay here or interlace your fingers or full floor bow. Bend your knees, reach back, grab hold of your feet or your ankles. Everybody hug in with your inner thighs. If you've got hold of your feet or your ankles, work it with gentle leverage, not by taking your knees out wider, but hug in with your inner thighs and lift your heart. Use the mobility in your mid and your upper back. Yes, wherever you are at, one last round. Hug in with your inner thighs, breathe down into your belly, lift your heart. End of your exhale, let it go. Good job. You can stay on your belly for about 5 breaths if you want to. Maybe windshield wiper your shins or just kind of rock your hips side to side. If there are any other poses you want to move through, feel free. In your next about 5 rounds, downward facing dog. So you can do whatever you want to in the meantime. Eventually down dog. So take this time not to tune out, not to go somewhere else, but to tune in, to come back to your breath. to come back to what you're feeling inside your body. No judgment, just observation. If you're not there already, next couple breaths, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Open up your right hip, everybody this time. So bend your right knee, reach your right knee out and then up towards the ceiling. See if you can feel the opening in the front of your right hip. Feel your right hip stack on top of your left. Take one more big inhale. You can stay here if you want. Otherwise, exhale, right knee, left elbow, or just as close as you can come today. Push the ground away. Yeah, inhale back up, three-legged. You can scorpion your leg if you want. Right to right. So aim for your armpit, add a push-up if you want it. Don't let your butt drop. Nice, Paul. Inhale, back up, three-legged. And then everybody, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, step forward, softly, low lunge. Okay, we're gonna stay low again. We're gonna move into our revolve lunge again. So left hand on the ground, right arm to the sky. You can have a block under your left hand if you want. We're going to move into a revolved half move. So from here, you're staying in your twist, reach your left hand forward and float your back leg off the ground. Back leg strong and powerful, hips stay level, square. Yeah, once you've got your back leg lifted, see if you can work your twist, maybe just a little bit further from the inside. Back leg is stomping onto an invisible wall behind you. Yes, beautiful, nice, Lisa. Take one more full round. Keep your back leg lifted, unwind your upper body, regular half move. So right hand to the ground, you can use your block under your right hand if you want. Left hand to left hip or left arm to the sky. So now let your hips open, should feel relatively good. Back leg, powerful. If you want to move into the bind, if that's in your practice, go for it. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths. Open through your heart, open through your hips. Active, even through your left fingertips if you're reaching up. Active through your back foot. One last big inhale. Awesome job, you guys. Exhale, step back into your low lunge. So bring your left hand down and then step your left toes to the back of your mat. Good. Take your right leg to the sky. Open up your right hip. And then you choose, you can stay here, right hip open or flip your dog. Right foot comes down. Yeah. Heart reaches forward, hips press up. Breathe down into your belly. Your fullest expression, one more round. Beautiful, Kate. End of your exhale, everybody. Just regular down dog. So both feet on the ground, walk it out for a moment. If you want to, you can grab a quick child's pose instead, or maybe you want to move through a vinyasa. So give yourself just a couple breaths to kind of reset. Maybe a couple open mouth sighs. And then if you are not already there, downward facing dog in your next couple breaths. Ujjayi. So use your breath to power you through the rest of class, to give your body energy to move through the rest of your practice with integrity from a place of presence. All right, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Open your left hip. So see if you can peel your left hip open without shifting through your hands or your shoulders. So it doesn't come from your shoulders, comes from your left hip joint. Open through the front of your left hip, active through your left foot. I like to squeeze through the back of my left knee like there's a rolled up washcloth there, and I'm trying to squeeze it and wring it out. Take one more inhale. Stay here if you want, otherwise left knee, right elbow. So use your obliques. Nice, Marriott. Inhale, back up. Open your hip if you want to. And then left to left as you exhale. Get as high as you can. Add a push-up if you want. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, three-legged. Thanks, Cam. And then everybody, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, step your left foot forward, low lunge. Stay low, revolve lunge. So right hand on the ground, left arm to the sky. Use a block under your right hand if you want to. So feel into your twist, squeeze your inner thighs, feel your connection to center. And then as you're ready, start to transition into your twisted half moon, your revolved half moon. Reach your right hand forward and float your back foot off the ground. Back leg is strong, so stomp your back foot onto an invisible wall. Nice, Tracy. Twist from your center, your hips are square. Yes, beautiful. Left fingertips reach up. You might even gaze up at your left fingertips. Take one last round. Work your twist as you exhale. End of your exhale, left hand to the ground or left fingertips. Maybe you switch your block into your left hand, regular half moon. So open, awesome, Lisa, towards the right side of the room now. Right hand can come to right hip or right arm might reach up. Right leg is still powerful and strong. If you want to take the bind, go for it. Bend your right knee, grab hold of your foot, work your pose. Last couple breaths. Hips open, heart open, back leg strong and powerful. If you're falling out, meet yourself right there. One last huge inhale. Low lunge. So exhale, unwind, and step your right foot all the way back. Three-legged dog. Take your left leg all the way up. Open your hip one more time. Choose to stay here or option to flip. So thank you. Left foot comes down, left arm reaches forward. See if you can reach your heart forward. So if there's a mirror on this front wall, you want to look at yourself in that mirror. One last round. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Back muscles strong. Awesome, Andrea. Come back, everybody. Regular down dog. Walk it out. And then you choose, move through a vinyasa. Take a child's pose, hero's pose. Give yourself just a moment to slow down. And then if you're not there already, next couple breaths, downward facing dog. You made it, you guys. Good work. From your down dog, right leg to the sky. And then just pigeon pose, right shin forward. Set your body down. If you would rather take this in a seat or on your back today, always, that is your option. So take your time to set yourself up in your pigeon pose intentionally. And then slowly start settling breath by breath. Whatever pigeon pose looks like for you today, just be with it. Soften around it. See if you can notice, where do you tense up? Where do you tighten without even realizing it? And then just by noticing, start to soften. Just by noticing, maybe something shifts or moves or flows a little differently. Take about 3 or 4 more breaths. Open mouth exhales are always welcome. One last huge inhale. Fill up as big as you can and hold. Send that breath down into your hips. Sigh it out your mouth. Start a slow transition back to downward facing dog. You can get there however you want to. Once you're back in your down dog, walk it out. Move through a vinyasa if you want to. If you were taking a supine pigeon, you might just take some neutralizing movements on your back and then work your way to the other side. If you were taking regular pigeon, in your next couple of breaths or so, just find your way there. So left side. Thanks, Cam. So take just as much time, attention, care to set yourself up on this side. And then breath by breath, just settle in. This is my quote from Tuesday. I invite you to bring it in right now. It says a key thing that prevents a painful emotion from arising and passing is the belief that it never should have arisen in the first place. Permission facilitates flow. So as you are here in your pigeon pose, can you let whatever wants to move through your body have space to move through? Any emotion, any sensation, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's a lot. Give it permission to flow through. Use your breath, open mouth exhales at any time. Soften with your exhales. Let go with your exhales. Surrender with your exhales. So I like to imagine sometimes the word surrender. How would it feel inside your body? How would it feel if you could embody surrender? Just get curious about that. About 3 or 4 more rounds. Open mouth exhales, always welcome. And I'll leave it up to you ultimately. So take your time, no rush. When you do feel pretty much even on both sides, start one last transition back to down dog. And if you're on your back and you want to wait for us there, that's absolutely fine as well. Once you're back in your down dog, just take a moment, pedal out your heels. If you want one last vinyasa, now would be your time to take that as well. And then, my friends, either from your down dog or from wherever you've chosen to be, find your way slowly onto your back. Once you are on your back, draw your knees in and give yourself just a gentle rock from side to side. Give your low back a little massage against the ground. You can keep your knees together. That'll keep the feeling more in your low back. Or you can take your knees in different directions. Move them separately, getting more into your hips. And then supine spinal twist of your choice. Knees over to the right, left arm out to the left. About 3 to 5 breaths. And just give more and more of your weight to the ground with each exhalation. After you've taken 3 to 5 rounds on this side, slowly transition. Find your way to the other side. So take your time, as many breaths on this side as you need to feel nice and even with your twists. And then eventually come back to center and just move through any final poses that your body is still craving. Maybe one last inversion, maybe a full body stretch, happy baby. So take about 10 breaths to finish off your own practice and find your way into your final relaxation. My thought for you today is by Stephen Jaggers. It says, many times we block out painful experiences and ignore how we truly feel in an attempt to maintain an appearance of balance in our life. These issues get stored in our body and our subconscious mind. Then, when we have an experience that deeply triggers us, it's usually related to the unresolved pain that is waiting to be fully felt and released. Our psyche and body strive for homeostasis and will continue to manifest experiences for us to resolve these trapped emotions and pain. When we give ourselves permission to feel each moment, we truly begin to heal. Instead of manifesting more pain, your energy will be available to use towards health, creativity, and growth in your soul's purpose. So being a yogi does not mean that we're above feeling anything bad. Doesn't mean that we never get angry or we never feel sadness, that we never feel pain. It actually means the opposite. It means that we're in touch with all our emotions. We allow our anger to move through us in a healthy way. We allow for sadness to have space inside of us, however it wants to be felt. So these last few moments, rather than turning yourself off inside, really allow yourself to become alive inside and just witness, just watch. Give yourself permission to feel whatever is there to be felt. And as I play my bowls, I have the heart chakra and the crown chakra today. So just pay attention, especially to those two spaces. Your heart is a space where you give and receive love. So let that flow through you. Your crown is a space in which you connect to your higher self or something greater than yourself. So feel into that as well. These last few moments are yours. Let your breath become effortless. Just soak it all in. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Just slowly bring movement back into your body. As you feel ready, roll to either side. Just take a moment resting in a fetal position, curling into yourself. Maybe visualizing in some way your practice, the energy from it, that sound bath, the energy from it, just absorbing in, integrating in, becoming a part of you. Use your arms to guide yourself back up into seated meditation, right where we began. Just close your eyes, gather your hands to your heart. Bow your head to your heart. Acknowledge yourself for being here, showing up on your mat, taking the time to do your practice. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. Love you.
Good job, Zoomies.